welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I am excited to be sharing with you a brand new collection from Moonshine Manny. This is part 2 of their book Boyfriends collection. We've got a gorgeous 5-piece collection with 1 collection add-on. And the way the add-on works is if you purchase the collection, those 5 polishes, you will get the add-on polish, which is beautiful. You will get that add-on polish for free with the collection. You have to purchase it within the first 48 hours it's released though. After that, and always from the launch of the collection, you can purchase the add-on polish individually. But I thought I'd throw that out there because who doesn't love free polish? I'll also be sharing with you Moonshine Manny's newest project, Dupe It shade. It is inspired by OPI's Warm and Fuzzy. If you're not familiar with Moonshine Manny's project, Dupe It polish, basically she takes requests for polishes that are no longer available that have released from mainstream brands like OPI, Essie, China Glaze, you know, all those. And she puts like an indie spin on it and releases them in a cool indie way. So I love her project Dupe It polishes. I have some that in my collection that I've purchased that I adore. So I'm always so intrigued by what is coming next, and I think this one is really pretty. All right, we have 7 polishes to look at today. Let's go ahead and check them out. We're going to take a look at these in rainbow order. We're starting off with Jamie. This one's described as being a red orange jelly glowing with gold to red to pink shimmer and sparkles with tiny gold hollow glitter. And if you were wondering, this is inspired by Jamie from Outlander. This one had an impressive formula. Like, I don't know why I thought it was going to be on the sheer side. No, it built up to full opacity in 2 coats for me. Longer nail lengths, you may have some visible nail lines still in 2 coats. You might need a 3rd, but it built up really well, and I could see the shimmer. You can see it there. It's beautiful, and the glitter so clearly. Completely stunning. So here's what it looks like in 2 coats. With a glossy top coat, I would not say glitter smoother is necessary for this one, but the shimmer and the shift in the shimmer is stunning. It's so beautiful. I would kind of classify this as a more tomatoey red, which I did not think I would like. Those usually aren't my kind of reds, but the warm shimmer in here paired with the hollow glitter really just stuck with me. I thought this was a gorgeous color, especially for this time of year. So next up we have Kingfisher. This one's a thermal that's blue when cold like you see in the bottle here to spring green when warm, and it's accented with a variety of yellow glitters. And if you didn't know, Kingfisher is from the book Quicksilver, which if you love romantasy and you haven't read it, you gotta read it. I was a big fan. I thought it was so good. I can't wait for the new book. It's coming out in November. So this one had a great formula, really beautiful curly formula. The brush created like a little bit of unevenness on my nail, but it built up really beautifully regardless. I would say in the cold state, this will be fully opaque in 2, but with thermals, I pretty much always build them up to 3 coats because that warmer state is lighter and you likely will have some visible nail lines. So I recommend 3 coats with this one. It's jam-packed with that yellow glitter, which is so fun. I love the amount of micro glitters to hex glitters. Like, the ratio is perfect in my opinion, and it just really pops against either state, the dark blue and the warm spring green. So here's 3 coats with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. I do recommend a glitter smoother with this one, and you can see maybe a little bit of visible nail line peeking through in the warm state with this one in 3 coats. If that's not usually a problem for you, it won't be with this one, but I pretty much always have a visible nail line. I have a really prominent one. But this one I thought was really interesting in that warm green state, but my favorite was when it was in that dark blue. You can kind of get an idea of what that looks like here. I did the best I could with it being June and like 100 degrees. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous thermal transition, really fun with those glitters. Next up, we have Azriel. Oh, I know so many of you are going to be excited for this one if you read Romantasy. This one's a mysterious deep eggplant, glowing with sapphire aqua shimmer and sparkles with tiny silver and gold hollow glitters. And if you didn't know, Azriel is from Akatar. This is him in a polish, right? Like, Phoebe did so good with this one. I feel like, because this is spot on Azriel. It's dark, it's broody, it's mysterious. But anyway, the polish built up beautifully in 3 coats. I did need 3 coats to reach full opacity. Again, I feel like the brush created a little bit of patchiness, so I did go in and just touch up the tip of my nail there. But overall, I feel like 3 coats was really solid for this one. The blue shimmer is very prominent. The hollow is super sparkly. I adored this combination. It's not what I'm feeling now with it being summer, but like in the fall, ooh. Ooh. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Yeah, the shimmer in here just kind of takes over. Like sometimes it looks like a sapphire blue polish, but then at certain angles you get that gorgeous eggplanty purple base, and it's just so fun. And then here is what it looks like in some indirect lighting. Gorgeous there as well. Next up is Colonel Brandon. This one is an intense toffee linear holographic. And if you didn't know, Colonel Brandon is from Sense and Sensibility, which I am not familiar with, oddly, because I feel like that's probably the oldest inspo in this collection. But anyway, Colonel Brandon, I must get to know him because look at the formula. Look how beautiful this polish is. Fully opaque in 2 coats for everyone, I think, across the board. Incredibly like warm, comforting, brown gold base, and the linear hollow is just stunning. So this is 2 coats with a glossy top coat and some sunlight. It almost feels like it has like a lit from within glow. Like the gold that you see in the center there is so pretty. Yeah, I didn't expect to like this one quite as much as I did. And then here's what it looks like in some indirect lighting. And the final polish from the core collection is Rowan. This one's a sage gray holographic, glowing with orange to gold to green shimmer and turquoise micro flakies. And Rowan is inspired by Throne of Glass. And I'd like to put in a request, Moonshine Manny, if you're watching this, we need a Dorian polish. He was so fun. He was my favorite Throne of Glass book boyfriend. He would just kept everything so exciting. But either way, this polish perfectly depicts Rowan with those turquoise flakies and his eyes. I just thought it was great. So 2 coats for full opacity for this one. Had a great formula, kind of on the creamy side, really smooth and even and easy to work with. I don't see anyone needing more than 2 coats for the shade. I also really liked the balance of components in here. Like everything worked together so seamlessly. The shimmer, the flakies, and the linear holographic. It's just beautiful in every lighting. So this is 2 coats with a glossy top coat. In the sunlight, the holographic definitely like steals the show, but here in lower lighting, you can see those turquoise flakies really pop. And then here is what it looks like in some indirect lighting where the shimmer kind of glows. And the add-on to the collection is called Castile, which I believe is inspired by the series of the same name. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't have that in my notes. But this one's described as being a super sparkly flaky bomb with silver hollow and iridescent flakes touching green, gold, pink, purple, and blue. This one can be worn on its own or it can be used as a topper. I will show you what it looks like both ways. I really recommend it being worn on its own, because that's how I wore it for several days as a full manicure. And I loved it. Look at all the colors in here. Sometimes I feel like you don't see all the colors described. You can see them here. I see the blue, the green, the purple, the gold, no problem. And then it's just got so much sparkle to it. Like the comment I got when this was on my nails, people kept saying, oh my gosh, your nails are so shiny. Yes, they are. So this is 3 coats with a glossy top coat in some kind of lower sunlight. Beautiful. And then this is what it looks like topped over a great cream. You can see it is very opaque, very full coverage, and you don't get a whole lot of that base color. So, you know, you do what you want. I preferred it on its own. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh, just watching this is making me want to put this on again. It was just so sparkly. I can see myself wearing this like for New Year's, just anytime I'm in the mood for something shiny, because it feels colorful with all of those iridescent flakes. But like it's kind of got a neutral thing going with the silver. I'm a fan. And the final polish I have to share with you today is the newest project, Dupe It Polish. This one's called Warm in Your Arms, and it's inspired by OPI, Warm, and Fozzie, which I've always wanted to see in person. It's described as being a chocolate jelly base glowing with pink to gold shimmer and gold and bronze glass fleck micro flakies. So this one definitely does have a jelly base, which is why I was surprised how quickly it built up. It was really smooth and even and pretty full coverage on that first coat. I got full opacity in 2 coats. Longer nail lengths, you may want 3. But I thought this was really beautiful. I loved how the golden green and pink shimmer popped against that chocolatey base. I can see this being incredible in the fall, but specifically around Thanksgiving. And I'm not sure if that's because OPI Warm and Fozzie is one of my best friends' Thanksgiving staple. But anyway, this is 2 coats of Warm in Your Arms with a glossy top coat. Some gorgeous shifts here. Again, I am partial to that pink shift in the shimmer. It's really, really pretty. And then here is what it looks like in some indirect indoor lighting where the gold really pops out. So that was the newest Moonshine Manny book Boyfriends collection. Let me know down in the comments all of your thoughts. As for my thoughts, I was excited to see a part 2 of this collection. I have always been a big reader, but I kind of took a break and picked it up again a few years ago. And last year, 2024, was my romantasy year where I started reading some romantasy books. I'm not a romantasy girl. I'm a thriller girl at heart, but I still loved being familiar with some of these inspirations. It was really fun. But anyway, back to the polishes. My favorite, hands down, no questions asked, was Castile. I was not expecting that. With all the holographic and the other shades, I just thought for sure one of those linear hollows or the bright red was gonna be my favorite from this collection, but I could not stop staring at my nails when I had Castile on. I actually ended up putting it on as a full manicure and I got a lot of compliments. It's just so shiny and sparkly and those flakes are gorgeous. So yeah, the whole collection is beautiful, but this one is undeniable. So let me know down in the comments what you thought of this collection. Are you a romantasy reader? What book boyfriend do you think Phoebe should feature next? If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!